Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. We're going to be doing our weekly guidance reading, and it is what do you need to know this week, predictions and guidance. This might be a little bit of a brief reading just because of the time that I have allotted, but I'm going to get information for how you're going to be doing and then how you're going to be doing in your outer world as well, so like I usually do. So we have the 4 groups. For the first category, I'll be using my handmade deck, the Child Tarot, and let me show you each of the 4 groups. So group 1 is lemurian quartz. Group 2 is the green purple fluorite. Group 3 is the cat totem. And group 4 is carnelian. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. You can pause if you need to. Timestamps are below. Remember, it's a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is below as well. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the lemurian quartz. So let's take a look here. Spirits, this reading is for group 1. Please and thank you. What do they need to know this week? Just first in the area of self, just how they're going to be doing and feeling. Spirit, moving forward into just this week. Lemurian quartz. Area of self. How are they going to be doing, feeling this week, the week of the 29th? As we start May very soon. I always like to set a good intention for the first of the month, so hopefully you guys can do that. So we have the wind, we have the Master of Polynoses, and then we have the 4 of Cups. Sorry, these are all different. This is the World, King of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups, or imagination. So for this week, it does look like you guys are going to be feeling pretty good in general. It does look like by Wednesday or so, like ish, kind of the middle of the week, you might even feel like you want to pause, just because either you're contemplating something or deciding something, or kind of just feeling like you need either a little bit of a break. This is really not a negative thing, but for a smaller number of you, it might feel like there's some kind of negative energies creeping up, but I'm not seeing this in and of itself a negative thing. So I do think that you're going to be feeling good as you move into the week and just feeling more secure, positive, like you can get things done, or like you have everything you need. But like I said, it does feel like there's a little bit of a pause. Spirit, moving forward into this week, how are they going to be doing and feeling in their energy? We have the 3 of Pentacles, or Polynoses, and then we have the Empress, or the Mama card. So again, kind of similar. I think you'll get over this feeling quickly. If this is not a desired feeling, you will overcome that quickly. Or again, it could be just you're in meditative pose, or trying to contemplate and decide, or even just take a break. So with the Empress card here, you're going to be feeling really good, powerful, and confident by towards the end of the week. So this is like Thursday energy. Over here, it does kind of feel like you're leaning upon quite a few guides, or some kind of internal energies, just like some either psychic energy or just something within yourself. It's going to feel very strong. It's going to feel even structured. You're not going to feel like you have nothing to hold on to or to lean upon. I don't know how else to describe it. But you will be feeling quite supported. Do they need to know anything else in the area of self? We have here the 4 of Polynoses, or Pentacles. Same kind of energy. So I kind of wonder what's going on here. Again, this could be around the middle of the week. So Wednesday, or just generally-ish. I think on average it's going to be, for most people, Wednesday. Where it sincerely looks like you're taking a pause. And there is the number 4 represented twice. We actually have the number 3 as well. Yeah, so I don't know what this is. This could be something in your outer world that there's something going on that had to make you pause, Or again, for a smaller number of you, it's just that you're taking a break and you're just like, I don't want to move too fast or anything like that. I just want to take this break. In the next category, I will I will see if there's something there of significance. Again, it doesn't look bad. It's just like, it's just a slowed down energy. Can you tell us anything about this? So we have the Child of Summertime, the Page of Wands, and then Forgiveness, which is Judgment card. Again, it's nothing negative. It's just showing us that you're taking a pause. Relevant to this could be something that you're very excited about or very passionate about, or just overall there's like this energy of positivity. And then with the Forgiveness or the Judgment card, it again, it's the same thing. It kind of looks like you're pausing to get some thoughts out, to pray upon something, to meditate, to kind of recollect something. I don't know if for a very small number of you, the notion of forgiveness could also be relevant to your week, but I really don't think that's for many of you. Yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much all I'm seeing. Anything else? A final message for self this week, only this week? Roundabout, which is the Death card. Some of you might, at the end of the week, kind of like maybe around Friday, you might be feeling kind of nervous about repeating a pattern. I wouldn't be too nervous though. I think that you're doing really well in all different types of ways. And again, I think that this is some sort of a doubtfulness and just mentally sort of a fear. It could be relevant to something that you're doing. It even could be something for a smaller number of you that just feels very minor. Something as simple as like you don't want to keep going to the same places, you don't want to keep doing the same kind of things. It could be something at home, like it's a pattern that you do more primarily at home or at work, let's say, and you're not really feeling that great about it. So what they're indicating here, and this is perfect to what I was saying before, perhaps in the first of the month, as we're heading into May, you can set a new intention. You can just try set an intention to do something completely different, just to really harness that new month energy or that new wave of fresh energy. I think that would be really great. If you're not into doing it in the first of the month, you could also try to follow maybe any of the other planetary cycles if there's some astrology stuff going on, or or like the moon phases, something like that. But overall, it looks really good. I think you're feeling pretty good about things. Again, there could just be a moment of pause for you. So let's just take a look now at the outer world, if there's anything, I guess, like out of the ordinary for you. Spirit, can we have any messages for group number 1 moving forward? We have the same card from before, 4 of Pentacles. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, can you let us know what energies are coming towards group number 1 in their outer world only? Lemurian quartz group, thank you. Okay, this is really weird, the way that these cards are coming out. Very, very strange mix of energy, but let's take a look. I think in the beginning, and this may have already passed for some of you, this was, some of you may have been waiting for something. Could have been Sunday or the weekend into today, Monday, as the day I'm posting this. I do think that you were waiting around for some kind of news, and it was feeling like a little bit stressful as a standstill. Now again, this is a general reading, it fluctuates. So a lot of you, it was sort of just like this, it was like a mild kind of a problem or like a stressor. I feel like there could be some of you, obviously, where it was more than mild. It could have been something really difficult you were going through. But either way, I think that either this has already passed or it is coming to an end, and it is going to shift quite immediately. If you're watching this on Monday, it could shift by tomorrow, Tuesday, where it's going to get moving again, whatever this was representing for you. Now, we did have the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. I forget which is like where it went, but it just seems to me that there was this, or there will be this sudden boom, like here's the coin, here's the thing, the change or the sudden shift. It's like this abrupt thing. Based on the other cards, just like the way that this is going, it does seem that this was something very positive for you. I know the Tower never looks like a good thing, but also I'm basing it off of the area of self. Remember, it was very positive energy. So here I just think that it took you by surprise. So by tomorrow, Tuesday, or again, on average, it could fluctuate a little bit. It looks like something is approaching you in your outer world that took you by surprise, and that ultimately is leading you towards a very prosperous or favorable outcome and path. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more information of any of these cards? I can't tell if I'm talking fast. I only had an hour to do the whole video, so I'm sorry if I'm talking faster than usual. I can't really tell. Okay. Spirit, can you please give us a little bit more information? So there's a lot that they didn't want you to know, your guides or spirit. And I don't know if they're, they just, it was in your highest good to not know certain answers. I know that's true for those of you, if you're like me, if you're an overthinker and it's just too much, it's too overwhelming. And so for me, I take it as a lesson to try to be as present as possible. So that could be partly what's going on here. You weren't meant to know certain things. Certain things were meant to kind of even feel like they were at a standstill, even though they clearly were not. Behind the scenes, it was not a standstill. Spirit, what else do we need to know, please? Can you tell us about the Ace of Pentacles specifically? It looks like something that you were worried about or worrying about specifically, that is going to come to an end, most likely because you received some sort of an answer or a go-ahead, a green light to something, and you're moving on, moving forward. There is indicated here, it looks like some kind of, for a smaller number of you, it looks like something having to do with travel, moving, or relocating. So that could be something there. If that's not the case for others of you, it could just be an emotional thing or a mental thing, or if it's something more of where it has to do with your situational stuff, it's like, okay, something is getting moving again in the situation. Can you tell us any final messages for group number 1? What do they need to know this week in their outer world? Anything else of significance, of importance? Yeah, it's the same thing. This is a really great energy and a really wonderful confirmation, because I was a little nervous too over here. I was just like, uh-oh. So you are going to get moving. There's a lot of movement here, especially by Thursday. They're talking about movement, and it is going to be specifically in a successful direction here with the Six of Wands at the end. This is still unfolding most likely. So you're going to get word about it, information about it. It's going to keep needing to unfold for it even could be like through weeks or months for some of you, depending on what's going on. But you are certainly moving forward towards something successful, or again, like, victorious. Try not to doubt yourself, because I kind of feel like the two knights looking in opposite directions are in a little bit of conflict with each other. So you don't need to doubt yourself. You don't need to really worry about anything, so long as you just follow your best judgment, your intuition, and of course asking for the guidance of your spirit team. You don't have to ask them for answers all the time. It's more like just to work together. That's really all. Can we have a final advice for them? Okay. So your final advice is kind of what I just mentioned, to use your intuition and your psychic ability, but here it's also to just allow things to unfold very naturally. And yes, that means we have to be present. It's hard to do that, but just let things unfold. Maybe picture yourself sort of floating in water, just meditating in the water and allowing things to come towards you. So that's what I'm seeing, group 1. I do hope that this made sense. I hope it was helpful. And you can let me know below how this either resonates now or how it ends up resonating, depending on when you watch this. Okay, so thank you so much. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is below. And I've also left a link for my How to Read Tarot course. It's an online course that starts May 11th, and this is the last week to sign up for it. So thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the green purple fluorite. Again, sorry if this is a little bit of a quick reading. It's for lack of time today. So let's take a look. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, our green purple fluorite heart group. For just this week, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? How will they be doing, feeling, energetic-wise, emotion-wise? So that's a wonderful starting card. Okay, so Healer of Summertime in my deck. This is the Child Tarot deck that I made. This is the Queen of Wands. So it's a very bright energy. Even the starting of the week, I don't know if you feel this way in the beginning of the week, but this, I don't know if it's coming towards you. This is a nice potential energy. Just so much brightness and warmth, lots of confidence, and even feeling more social. I don't know if that's relevant to you, but just feeling more social and even extroverted, even if you're normally an introvert. So it does look like you're attracting something this week because of this energy. So if you do want to attract good things, just keep in mind the energy that you're currently embodying. Spirit, how are they going to be doing this week? What do we need to know? That's the roundabout is the Death card. And then we have the Empress card, Mama, which is really, really similar to the Healer of Summertime. What is going on this week? The Tower, this is the Tower card. This came out in the other group too, so I kind of feel like it's this now could be an energy forecast thing. I again, one of these days I'll learn about astrology and everything, but yeah, there could be something going on energetically. Okay, so remember that this is in the area of self. So this is not something that's going on in your outer world that's going to surprise you. So as you can see, the cards even literally balanced themselves out. Here at the end, we have balance, which is the Justice card. Now the Trauma card or the Tower card, as you can even see visually here, it does look like there's some sort of idea coming to you. It is something unexpected. It is something that even could be a form of like an awakening or something. But again, based off of the overall vibe I'm getting here, I am going to say that this is a positive awakening. If there's anything to look out for in your outer world, I will let you know. Some people get mad at me for delivering, news that's not so positive all the time. But obviously the reason for readings like this is so that we can prepare. Life is not always, so positive, but I will give advice if there's something to look out for and to prepare. So again, we're feeling very confident. We're feeling very, there's a lot of passion and brightness here and just like overall sense of joy. With the roundabout card, I think you might be very, you could be very and extremely aware of a particular pattern, either within yourself or within your life's energy. And I don't know if it's directly related to this. I can find out, but the conclusion is going to still be the same. You're reaching this spiritual balance. And I think that this week, some things happening in this week have a lot to do with it, even internally. There also could be something within your dream sense. By Thursday or maybe middle of the week-ish, you may have a striking dream. And I think that's for 80% of you now that I'm seeing this. And it took a minute for that message to come out. They said something about a dream and planting a seed. This really, really reminds me of that movie, if you've seen it, Inception, where like that's the whole premise of the movie is like planting a seed of an idea in someone's mind. I didn't spoil the movie, did I? I don't think I did. But that's what Inception means. And anyways, in the movie's context, I think that this does have to do with a dream and some kind of psychic energy just completely surprising you. What else do we need to know? Anything about this energy self? But this is definitely going to be a very interesting week for sure. Okay, wow. Monster in the Dark is the Devil card. It's just really like, it's just, I'm a little bit kind of taken aback by this energy. It's very strong. But the bottom, I'm noticing the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so what does this mean? What is this? So for most of you, or actually, you know what? I think for all of you, depending on, I don't know how it's going to come through. Some of you, it could be a dream. Others of you, you could be conscious when this comes through. But it appears to me that for some reason this week is going to be an extremely powerful week for you psychically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. And what's going to happen, I feel, is you even could be recognizing a deepest and greatest fear that you've had for a long time. But the difference here, instead of repeating a cycle and a pattern, you're actually going to balance this out somehow and basically I think overcome this, because look at the conclusion energy is the opposite of the counterpart to this one. This is actually the King of Wands. So it does seem like you're overcoming something, or even you're realizing exactly what you have to do in order to defeat this energy. I say defeat, or balance it out, come to terms with it, whatever this is. It does look like this is a very significant fear. Could have been from a long time that you had this, but you are going to balance this out. You're going to face something in your outer world. If you find that an opportunity comes out to help you face this fear and overcome this fear, they're obviously giving you a humongous green light to go for it, to just face it, to just take the opportunity. It's time. If an opportunity does not arise, it's still an internal experience that's going to happen most likely. Okay, very intense, very, very intense. I actually wish I had more time now, but I don't know. Let's take a look at your outer world. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards our group 2 green purple fluorite in their outer world? Anything to look out for, prepared for, anything? Okay, I'm freaked out. That it didn't take much, but you got 10, 10, 10. Is anybody else freaked out? Am I the only one that gets freaked out by that? And then we have the Fool on the bottom, a new beginning. Please let me know if you got chills when that happened, because you saw me shuffle, right? Oof. Okay, so I did say that this is going to be an incredible week for you guys. The odds of this happening are just like too slim. Oof. Okay, so I kind of feel like if I was experiencing what you were experiencing, or even told about this like psychic experience or whatever, I would definitely be stunned, just even hearing about it. So all I can tell you is that most likely, you know what's funny, group 2, they didn't say a word about the events of this week. They're just really focusing on the basically the stage that you're in spiritually. I feel you're going to be hitting a new frequency soon. I feel you're going to be evolving into the next stage. It's like in Pokemon where they just like evolve into the next level. But yeah, you're reaching a higher frequency here. So basically what that means is you're becoming more powerful. You are evolving. You are, I don't know how ascending works, but like you're ascending at least to the next rung up on the ladder. And this is going to be a huge shift for you. I don't know if for all of you it'll be sudden. That can happen. It can happen where we wake up and it's like a switch has flipped. It could feel like that. Or it could be gradual, where you're noticing that little by little you're becoming more and more powerful. All these different options, sort of like opportunities and stuff. So the 10s, yes, typically do mean we're coming to an ending of a cycle. And the fact that the Fool card was on the bottom does make me feel like this again is a completely new shift. In group 1, I mentioned that because we're heading into a new month, that could possibly be part of it, but not just because it's a new month. I feel like this could be something in the astrology, the energy forecast, where some things are really powerfully shifting. Even though I don't know about it, it just feels like it could match with that energy. But overall, it does look like there's stability, there's happiness. There's still a lot of things to get done. I'm not going to shy away from that. There's a lot of things to still carry and to get done. But Spirit, from what I'm seeing here, has the utmost faith and confidence within you to get this stuff done. If you do need help, please don't be afraid to ask for it. But I think that overall this week is going to be shaping up to be, again, insanely powerful and intense. And I do think that you have everything that you need within yourself and within your energy vibes to do whatever you need to do. You're very, very capable. Can we have any final messages of advice or guidance? What do they need to know? What's coming this week? Is there any specific thing or any final advice? Okay, so we have your angel here. It's a very powerful angel. Some of you could be working with Archangel Gabriel. That's kind of what I felt here, but it could be a lot of different angels or archangels or spirit guides. Can you tell us any final messages? They're going to be watching over you to make sure that everything runs smoothly, I think. Because at first you do seem a little bit unsure. And you might even be like extremely doubtful of what I'm saying as well. And that's fine. I'm not offended by that. But it does seem like there's an uncertainty here, some sort of a repeating battle, and this, you know, this doubtfulness as to if things will ever get better and balance out. Hierophant card is the same kind of energy. Spirit is watching over you. You have a lot of guides that are trying to really smooth this out. They said something about smoothness twice. Final message or advice. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles, yeah, I mean, honestly, just take it as slowly as you need to. There is absolutely no need to rush anything in whatever it is that you're doing. And you can feel free to pace yourself. Yes, you are being supported and encouraged to keep going in your path, but they are leaving this entire piece up to you. If for some reason you just feel like you need more time, clarity, support, whatever, that is encouraged 100% as well. There's a sense of logic to the Knight of Pentacles too, like just being very logical and practical and smart with finances too, if that's relevant to whatever you're doing. And you're feeling really good. Again, like you're feeling very poised, very present, very capable. That's all I can really say. I'm not getting any specific news about this week other than like the bigger overall energy. So if there are some things that happened this week that are just, you know, that you wanted to know about, they were not interested in that at all. So basically you're going to get through whatever happens this week, if it's positive or negative. But this is what they wanted to tell you last. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Group 2, let me know, please, how this resonates, because I'm very curious. But anyway, yeah, keep yourself organized if you have a lot to get done mentally. Just like use your notebooks and Excel sheets and binders if you need to. But it's going to be very helpful in terms of organizing your thoughts and tasks, because this card is like really amped up for some reason. Okay, so thank you so much. If you'd like a personal reading, it's below. I've also left the link for my How to Read Tarot course online group class, and it's the last week to sign up. But thank you guys once again. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the cat totem. Again, sorry if this is like a very brief one, or if I talk fast, it's just because of a time constraint. Spirits, this reading is for group 3, cat totem. Can you let us know what they need to know for this week, just in the area of self, and then of course I'll get the outer world. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, for group 3, cat totem, how will they be doing, feeling, just energetic wise, emotions, any areas of significance? Okay. This is a really, really beautiful energy. The one is actually the Lovers, but since this is the area of self, it does look like you're kind of communicating with yourself, your subconscious, your higher self, your inner, you know, there's something here that you're communicating within yourself. And then the flow card is Temperance. So I feel like the first message here is that this week, something about this week is going to be incredibly healing for you. I'll get more on that. Spirit, moving forward into this week, what energies are coming towards them in self. Thank you. So 3 major arcana cards so far. The roundabout is the Death card. 4, 5, okay. That's a lot of major arcana cards. So this is the Death card, and then we have the Loner, which is the Hermit. This is my handmade deck, the Child Tarot. Papa is the Emperor card. The other groups got equally powerful messages. Perhaps it is an energy forecast thing, something's going on in the collective, but this is quite powerful as well. It does look like there is going to be some type of significant spiritual shift for you guys, again, similar to the other groups. Let's see how it affects you. So again, there's a lot of inner self type of healing. By the end of the week, or by I guess, past the midpoint of the week, you're going to be feeling differently about things and yourself and your ability to get things done and your ability to move forward in your life. There's going to be a sense of power and a sense of healthy control over things, and just feeling so much more capable, so much more confident and capable. And if you had issues with some type of organizing your thoughts in the past, or like your attention span, or something kind of like that, you're going to be feeling differently. You're going to be like, I got this, I can do this, and this is the steps I need to do to get this done. Over here, like I said, there's a deep emotional and spiritual healing going on. Actually, come to think of it, did all of the groups get this? I feel like we're entering into a new cycle energetically, something like that. And it does look like you're reaching some kind of a further depth within your own soul or psyche. They said psyche. So it could be something where if you happen to be a writer or some kind of a philosopher or some kind of an explorer of realms, especially mentally and psychically, you're going to be reaching a new level. It's going to be a plunge though. So it looks like you're kind of reaching deeper into something. So maybe if you are doing psychic work, you're reaching a deeper psychic level, a psychic ability. Could be if you're working with your Akashic records, or I don't know, there's like a random message. It's like you're discovering something completely new. If you're doing something with journal writing or reading, again, there's going to be something where you're taking a plunge into the depths of you. Very powerful. I just don't know what it means. This is just a side message if you happen to be a creator, whatever creative project you're working on. If you are, there will be something there, something very beautiful. Even by tomorrow, if you're watching this when I'm posting on Monday, by Tuesday, you might have some wonderful creative flow that's coming to you. If it's not a creative flow, it could also just be an energy flow where things are going to be really working out, really singing beautifully in a sense. Any other messages about self, please, that they need to know? So we have the Child of Summertime, which is the Page of Wands. Yeah, I mean, no different message there really, other than you're going to be really excited about this, feeling quite joyous, joyful. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of feeling like a child, you know, like it's very spontaneous and exciting, and I can do anything kind of a feeling, like a fearlessness too, which is really nice. Any other final messages about self this week? What do they need to know this week? The Wheel of Fortune is striking me because of the note on the floor. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having the weirdest dreams. I've had 2 dreams kind of far apart, but they involved a note on the floor. So I don't know. For me, it definitely meant something further. Let me know if that's significant to you guys, where there was some communication either through a dream or in the real world, because it's kind of it feels the same if you ask me, like just the vibe. So the Wheel of Fortune is here. You're on the right track. You're on the right track with your destiny. You will get further confirmation from your guides and the universe and the higher powers and whatnot. You will get further confirmation, especially this week, but it'll continue forward. And there they are. See, this is the 3 of Cups. And it just feels like they're here. They're talking to you. This could be ancestors, guides, even friends in your regular world. But things are really coming together really nicely. They're telling a story, by the way. This is a small number of you, like less than 20% of you. There's a message that had to do with a story. They're talking and telling stories, is what they said. I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there just in case it ends up being relevant, but that's not for everybody. So now we're going to get the outer world, just peek into any significant energies in your outer world this week. Spirit, can you please give us, moving forward, what do they need to know this week? Please and thank you. Group 3, Cat Totem. I would have done this reading yesterday, but I had a terrible allergic reaction, and I'm like, you're the first group I'm telling this to. I don't know why, I just felt compelled. But yeah, I don't know if some of you have had some issues For me personally, I do not believe anything is a coincidence or without meaning. So therefore, I had to extract the meaning from this occurrence. And I was like, okay, I think I get the point. I get your message. I get what you were trying to tell me. And I'm going to learn that lesson. And I'm going to try to do it with immediacy instead of rocking back and forth like I used to. So just thought I'd mention that. Spirit, moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Two of Cups, our group 3. What energies in their outer world? So this is a specific message to those of you who are working with someone, dealing with someone, meaning like in a relationship or friendship or whatever. Someone here might be feeling extremely trapped or restricted this week. I don't know if it's you or the other person. There will be a positive outcome for you. I'll check on this in a minute. But here it does appear that someone's going to be feeling very trapped, restricted, or just generally tied up for some reason. Is there an advice for that? I mean, if this is you, you may need to just really speak your truth and not be afraid to do that, which I know is hard to do. I don't know if maybe you need to explore if this is a subconscious fear. Can you please explain what this means or the advice? Thank you. It certainly does feel like someone's holding back, especially what they want to say or do. Any other message of guidance or advice? Yeah, someone's really worried here. I don't know what it's about, but if this is a friendship or a romantic connection, or honestly it could be anything, like I said, you have two people here. You have King and Queen of Cups. Looks like we should be on the same page, right? I mean, it looks like we should be. That's the key word there, we should be. But it does look like there's a little bit of a misalignment here, so someone may not completely be on the same page as the other one. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to say what this is about because there's so many different scenarios here, I could tell. But yeah, the bottom line is that someone here is very worried. And I think that, just logically speaking, I think that a way to help that situation is just to be honest in communication. If you feel ready for that. If you're not ready, you may need to do some internal work, which is relevant to what we saw earlier with the Hermit card, the Loner card, where you're doing some deep diving. And I think this might even be a separate thing. I'll look into this next. But yeah, there's a lack of alignment here with you and someone else. Any other final advice as to what needs to happen? Or the advice, I should say? So yeah, there could be this notion of someone's not giving enough or receiving enough or something like that. And there is a deep disappointment or sadness relevant to the situation that often happens, I feel. So there is something, there is something off a bit about this energy and about this connection, I would say. And just be aware. I mean, the final advice is just to be mindful and aware, because honestly, I can't tell where this is coming from. This could really be either or. So if you feel called, you can talk with this person and see how they're feeling about stuff, or you can vent out and say what's on your mind. I would say that for the most part, this does look like a situation where people could speak their minds, because it does look like both people involved are quite empathic, or at least kind of savvy to emotions and whatever. So it just seems like theoretically you should be able to talk about it, but that is up to you and your readiness for things. So that's one thing I saw there. Let me know if that resonates or ends up resonating, group 3. Can we have any final messages about what else is happening in their week? Just anything we need to know. What's coming towards them in their outer world? Thank you. Okay, so I think all of the groups, it seems very clear to me that a collective thing is going on. Everybody got the Death card. They also got the Tower card too, the two groups before you, where there was this very intense transformation. So Ace of Pentacles, Death, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, and this being an Ace card, something of a new beginning or new energy. And this being basically like an ending and rebirth card. Yeah, something in your outer world should see a shift, but let's see what's coming towards them outer world. So we have the Magician and the Three of Swords. Okay, so I think that this is something you were literally aching for in terms of what you were manifesting. I don't know the specific what's coming in because this can mean a lot of different things, but I'll try to get a hint for you. It does look like something that you've been really tired of working on may be coming to a shift soon. By Thursday or so, you should be getting some at least closure or information. Now, that information or closure may be perceived differently. Some of you may perceive it as a positive thing. There's a new thing coming. Some of you may perceive it as this is a very negative thing. Oh, I didn't get that thing I wanted. But actually, that is going to be closure so that you can be free to move forward and move towards something that is much better suited for you, I would say. So try to look at it that way, I would say for sure. Ace of Pentacles, thank you. What are you? Thank you. Sorry, there's an alarm outside. I don't know what that is. Okay. There would be, again, this is going to be very different for all of you, but it just seems that overall, this new vibe that's coming towards you this week, there's some sort of an agreement. They said an agreement or a balancing or just a general positive energy. Can you tell us anything else? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there is going to be an agreement. Someone here might even be standing in their power, asking for something different, maybe even something with boundaries or just for something to work in a different sense. Prior to this, there was a lot of blockage. There was disagreements. There was a lot of loudness, and which is weird because you got the alarm in the background outside, and I also hear there's some type of a truck. I think it might be the cleaning truck. I don't know. But anyways, this is a lot of energy. Something should be working out for you with what you were manifesting. Again, for some of you, if it feels like you got rejected or there's a negative, please just know that you will now be free to manifest something even better than that thing. And you're going to be in the clear, energetically speaking. Any final messages about their outer world and what's coming to them? Thank you. There's a lot of hopefulness here. It does look like there's wish fulfillment that is sort of sneaking up on you. It may take some time, actually, but if you have faith, there is a huge wish fulfillment coming towards you in the near future. Okay, the final advice is just to remember your power, because I think that's what I'm seeing as a theme here. Just to remember your power and your vision. And honestly, I know it's cliche to say this, but never give up. That's what they're saying. To actually never give up on the dream, to have that faith, to have that knowledge that, when the time is right, everything really is all about effort and also alignment. So just keep the process, keep moving forward on your path. It does look like there's a lot going on for you this week. So I guess I would say to just meditate when you can, to calm down the energy, to feel grounded, to feel prepared and just secure within yourself. So maybe just do some self-work this week if you can, especially if you don't have time for it. Take some moments to deep breathe and just, have that peace. So group 3, I know this seemed like a lot was going on. Definitely let me know what's happening, but I do hope that some of this advice was helpful, at least to prepare, because again, it seems like a lot of energy. But thank you so much. Remember, it's a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading, info is below. And I left a link for my online class that's starting May 11th, but this is the last week to register if you want to learn to read tarot cards. Thank you guys once again. If you enjoyed this, you can subscribe, but I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is carnelian. Again, just because of a lack of time today, this might be short, or I might talk fast, but I'll try not to talk too fast. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Carnelian, please and thank you. Okay. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, can you let us know what energies are coming towards group 4 in the area of self? Just self first, and then we'll get the outer world. Okay, so this is really consistent with all the groups. I'm convinced there's something huge going on energetically, could be astrologically. Everyone is getting a very powerful message of self. You have 3 major arcana cards in a row. There's a lot of hopefulness here. This is the star card, the fireflies. This is my handmade deck, the Child Tarot. The loner is the hermit card, and the monster in the dark card is the devil card. Okay, there is an intense hopefulness, and I feel that this week your guides or the universe is sincerely trying to get your attention for something. And yes, they do want you to continue to look inward. I feel like you have not shied away from that. And if you have, they're asking you to come back to that. There is a secret or something that they're trying to help you to unlock completely. And yes, I do think it has to do with fear. I do think for the most part, people have the deepest fear or the greatest fear that they have to struggle with. And then behind that fear is typically the greatest amount of knowledge or light or potential that we have. You know, that's usually how I see that it works. And there's something about timing here too. They said something about timing being relevant to this discovery, not in a pressuring way, but they just said it's all about alignment, meaning that this is only a matter of time where this will unlock. And there should be, after this sense of where whatever they unlock, there should be freedom too. There should be even probably a revelation. So that's very powerful, obviously. Spirit, anything else about their inner world self? I think we're going to be having some mixed feelings about this. Some of you are really going to take this and meditate on it and really contemplate this and really ask the important questions. Now, there's a smaller number of you that may feel resistance to this. And if you do, you know, I mean, you can take your time, but you are being very heavily encouraged to do some deep inner work. So whether you do that through therapy, journal writing, self-help books, meditation work, whatever the case is, whatever you end up doing, you are being very much encouraged to do this work. Okay, what else? So we have the Teacher, which is the Hierophant card. And then we have the Eight of Summertime or Wands. Okay. Same message there. You're going to be receiving either some signs or very direct information. It doesn't always have to be a psychic sign. There could be some direct information or knowledge you're receiving this week. We'll check on that next. But they are trying to teach you something. Your guides, the universe, some higher power, including your higher self, for example, they're trying to show you something. They're trying to teach you something. And they're really trying to get you moving forward, because I don't know if it's relevant, but if you have, especially if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling dissatisfied with your life or things or your progress, whatever the case, they are trying to move things along here, okay? Any other final message or advice about self? Okay. So the final message here, for some of you, maybe for a majority of you, they're indicating something having to do with control. So they might be saying that for a while this is not to say that you are a controlling person or persona, but there could be something about this particular topic that you've exercised a bit of too much of control, meaning this is not something that we can really predict or control or kind of dictate how things will go. If anything, they may want you to be a bit more natural and going with the flow of what they're helping you with. So to surrender, to trust your flow, the intuition. This card, with its precise type of control, it's like a hard, rigid control sometimes. It does affect the ability to go with these flows. Energy works with flow, right? It's a very liquid, sort of a, unpredictable thing. It's like the air itself or water. Whereas this is more of like a hardened, I guess, like earth type of energy, or like just a rigid energy. So they do want you to let go a little bit. If you feel like you're holding on to something or thinking too much or trying to control for outcomes and the future and for even yourself, they're asking you to relax a little bit, because otherwise you may find that you're on a loop-de-loop and it just doesn't stop, like this this pattern. So that's all they wanted to say. Just try to loosen your energy a bit, try to relax your energy, your mind. If you happen to be an overthinker, if you happen to be very logical and practical, powerful within the intellect, it's a gift and a curse. Just really try to meditate and completely relax your mind, because your mind is a little bit, it's turning into that thing that I mentioned, that pattern. Now I cut the deck and I did get the Eight of Wands again. So your guides are going to come through most likely this week and give you a very specific message. I got the letter L for you just now. Now that could mean a bunch of things, the letter L. But if you did feel called to watch group 1, which is our Lemurian quartz group, there could be a message there for you, at least in one part of it. Spirit, moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Spirit, moving forward, our carnelian group 4, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Thank you. Okay. I don't remember, but I feel like a lot of the groups got that Ace of Pentacles. Again, I feel like there's a powerful, powerful energy going on this week. Okay. Your outer world is looking really good. I think that for the most part, there's a flow, there's positive energy, there's good news coming, there's a lot of collaborative teamwork energy, and still you're receiving a message having to do with psychic signs or information or something like that. So again, we're looking really good. I'm not seeing any cause of concern for this week in your outer world. Can you please specify what the Ace of Pentacles is talking about? Thank you. Yeah, there could be some news or movement regarding this could be a new experience for you with the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, it could be something with traveling, something with a vacation. Others of you, it could be something that you're passionate about, an idea, something that you wish to move forward with. Can you tell us more about the Nine of Cups in their outer world? This just looks like something in your outer world that, again, has a really good flow to it. There's some good energy with peacefulness, with communication, truth and clarity, perhaps. Maybe someone's talents are involved here, like if this is your talent of speaking or something with your psychic ability, or there's just something here regarding someone's strengths or talents too that could come through. Otherwise, it could be talking about the strength of the situation, and overall it's just a very, very positive energy here. So maybe if you're looking, I don't know why it's so noisy out there today. So when you're looking at this energy, I feel like, if anything, this is like a positive backdrop to your inner world this week. Your inner world was going through a lot of change, transformation, and again, something having to do with knowledge. So just keep navigating forward. Do we have any final messages of advice or guidance or anything that we need to know about for group 4? Yeah, they want you to focus. The biggest message they're giving you here is that they want you to primarily focus on your balance and your healing, especially this week, which we already did see the message for that. And that is actually what's going to benefit you the most. I feel that that's probably what is going to continue to carry the positive energy in your outer world, is that you're going to be working on your balance. Any final messages of what's going on? Is there any events? Is there any specific thing happening this week? They're being a little bit vague, so I don't know what's going on. I do think you're going to be receiving something this week. It could be from a friend, a coworker, someone in your life. There's like other people involved here, but it does look like you're going to be receiving something, a gift or something that was a long time coming. at any point this week. They're not saying when. Final message for group 4. Thank you. I think this was from before. Remember, we got these cards from before. Did we? For the most part. You didn't get this one, I don't think, but we got the Fireflies card, right? I believe. So yeah, there's hopefulness here. There is something that is meant to open up and flourish for you in your hopes and your dreams. So just make sure that you are, that's pretty much the only word that they want you to focus on, is that you are hopeful and that you are having faith for things, okay? So group 4, sorry this was a little rushed. Like I said, I didn't have time much today, but I wanted to get this reading in. But that is what I am seeing for you. I do hope that this was helpful. If you want to look into any further pick a cards that call to you, you know, you can always check those out on my channel. If you want a personal reading, the info is below, and I've also left the info for my How to Read Tarot course, which is only a week left to register for. It's below. Thank you guys, and I hope it helped, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.